Welcome. This is an overnight camping, catch and cook. And I am prepared to stay out here 24 days in the wilderness. And I am so happy you're coming along with me. This is a spring that just bubbles up right out of the ground. I don't know if you can see it bubbling up right over there. That is so cool. Oh my goodness, there's a moose. Big ears. It almost looks like a mule. Oh yeah, great place to put my tent right there. Make this my camp. Oh, right here is the meadow that I saw that moose in. Creek is just right here. I'll be able to fish this tomorrow and catch me my dinner. My backpacking hike was 6.4 miles and I gained 1,100 feet to here. This is the strangest thing. No sooner did I get the fly on my tent and it started to rain. I cannot tell you how many times this has happened to me. This is like a gazillion times. So I timed it perfectly. I had a great day. I got some great shots. I got that moose and just beautiful mountains and lakes. Absolutely love this place. This is gorgeous up here. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to call it a night. Good morning. Today's plan, I'm going to go up to this lake up here, fish it this morning, then I'll come back down in the meadow and fish in the creek, and then I'm going to have a fish dinner later today. Second fish on this lake. Nice brookie, beautiful. Chunky. That was my last cast on this lake. I caught 2 fish, 1/4 pound, 10 inches each. This lake wasn't as good as I'd hoped, so I'm heading back to camp. Raining cats and dogs, and I barely got back in time. As a matter of fact, I got kind of wet. My luck kind of ran out on this one. Just gonna take a siesta now. Well, no fish dinner today. I got in my tent and it's pretty well rained. I caught those 2 this morning, but I didn't think I was going to need them. I was going to fish the creek and catch them out of there. That's going to be it for tonight. Good morning. Today's forecast is for rain, so I'm just going to get my pole. I'm going to fish this creek that I'm camping along. I'm going to stay close in case it starts to rain, then I can come hop in the tent. A little male brookie. Tiny but beautiful little brookie. Okay, look at those beautiful colors on that. Gorgeous fish. Just as it was coming up on the shore, came right from under the bank, launched up and took it. Beautiful male brookie. Longest one I think I've caught. Not the fattest, but the longest. Yeah, it's probably what, 9 inches? Looks like a storm is coming from over there. I've had an absolute ball. I think I've probably caught 14 or 15 little brookies, all on a panther martin, and I didn't keep any. Just a little too small for fillets. Raining off and on all day today. It's really interesting. When the sun comes out and I have the tent closed up, it got to 110 degrees in here. And then as soon as the clouds come in and come over and it starts to rain, it'll drop to 65 degrees. Amazing. I've been cooped up in the tent long enough. Time to go fishing. Nice little brookie. Longest so far out of this section. It's a female. This is a really cool section of this creek. I caught about 7 brookies, beautiful ones. Oh, look at that orange on the dorsal fin on top. Look at that orange. Incredible. Wow. That's going to be my last cast here on this gorgeous creek. I've had an absolute blast fishing this. I caught about 20 little brookies, mostly males, colorful, very colorful. Largest maybe 9 inches. I didn't keep any because they're just too tiny to fillet, but I got a storm coming. It's kind of over me, and I'm going to quickly get back to camp so I can get cover. Well, you can hear it. It's a coming down. Woo! Cats and dogs. It hailed for a second there. You get intense up here. No fish dinner tonight. Gonna look forward to that another night. Well, that's it for today. Good morning. Time for me to hit the trail and find a new backcountry camp, and also near a lake that I can fish. That is definitely old bear scat. Oh yeah, this looks like a great mountain camp. Lake's right there. The last camp was 10,500 feet. This camp is 10,700 feet. I climbed 300 feet in elevation gain, and I backpack hiked 1.4 miles. This will be my last cast for the night. I've had 4 strikes. 3 of them were very healthy, and the 4th one was real heavy. So that was a bigger one. But I didn't set the hook hard enough. Learned my lesson. I did want fish dinner tonight, but they outfoxed me. Spaghetti with meat sauce by Mountain House. One of my very favorite. Well, that's going to be it for day number 4. Got breakfast. Nice brook trout. That's a nice fillet. That's going to be good eating. It's going to make for easier cooking if I cut it in 2. What dredge to use? Dredge is Panko and Zatarain's Blackening. Plain old Zatarain's Blackening. This is Louisiana Cajun fish fry. And this is Zatarain's fish fry, New Orleans style. I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm actually gonna double dip. I'm gonna dip it in this first, then I'm gonna dip it in just plain old Zatarain's. So now we're gonna put them in Zatarain's blackening straight. Well, actually, I'm just gonna do a couple in here. Give me some variety. So in with the olive oil and in with some ghee. I'm gonna put in the plain, not the mixed fish first. They're cooking up nicely. Make sure they're separated so they cook well. They're floating. They're done. That looks so good. Beyond delicious. And now for the blackened, the Zatarain's New Orleans style. This is gonna be so good. I believe they're ready. A little darker. Oh, beautiful. Wow, that's gonna be tasty. Hey, flies. Enough. I'm gonna put a little salt on them, or a lot. Here's to a wild mountain trout fish fry. Whoa. That is good. Zatarain's fish fry New Orleans style with Zatarain's blackening. I think I like just the plain Zatarain's fish fry better, this one. I brought along an extra little Coca-Cola bottle so I don't have to mix my oils. And then if I want to use the oil again, I can. I'm gonna break camp and hike in the woods to my next alpine adventure. It looks like I might be done exploring for my camp. This is it right here. Elevation right here is 11,000 feet. Today's hike was 2 miles and 560 feet of elevation gain. Well, this is my situation. I'm about 1/3 of a mile from the lake, and I'm gonna have to go through a boulder field to get up there, and I'm not sure, having never been there, if there's any trees up there or a flat spot. So what I've done is I came down 200 yards from the rock field, and I found the only flat spot that I can find. I got my tent up quick because I thought it was gonna be a gusher, and it wasn't. Because man, there are storm clouds coming over. So I'm checking the weather right now. Hopefully it clears up good enough that I can go up to the lake and fish it. New meal for me from Peak Refuel, biscuits and gravy. Look at that big chunk of biscuit right there. I have a feeling this is gonna be epic. Look at all the sausage and that milk gravy. That's so good. Well, the weather forecast says 0% chance of rain. So I'm gonna head on up to the lake and do some fishing. A lot of fishing on this lake, no catching. I got 4 strikes with the Jake Spinalure, and that was it. So I fished on here for about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I better get back to camp because it's going to get dark, and I do not want to be boulder hopping in the dark. This was a day for me to explore. I've never been to this lake. I didn't know what to expect. I'm so glad that I didn't take my backpack up there. I didn't see, just by a cursory look, any flat at all. I could have probably found one spot just like this up there, but I'm just glad that I did what I did and just went up there without a pack. It's been a great day. Good night. I'm on my way to some more backpacking adventures. The last 2 days I've just been Backpacking on game trails. This is a man-made trail. Oh, this looks like a nice place tucked away in the forest. I can survive really well here at the lake. Today's hike, 3.2 miles. Camp is 10,650 feet above sea level. Elevation gain today was 400 feet. Robin egg was just laying where my tent is. I'm going fishing and catching dinner. There is a hatch going on and it's something white. It's very small. So I just got 2 of the smallest flies that I have that have white on them, and that's what they're taking. A black ant with a white attractor. It's a pretty fish, huh? Brookie. It's gonna make for a nice fish catch and cook meal. Gonna go back to camp and do a fish fry. Right now I'm starving. This is a pretty good sized fish here. This will be plenty to eat. And the other fish will just stuff me, which is fine. It's gonna be a tasty fillet. Eating bugs, little white stuff, and brown, greenish black, more like a cutting board here. Tonight, the dredge is going to be Louisiana Cajun fish fry. And I've never had this one before, and it's made with cornmeal and some kind of blackening in it. See how nice and chunky that fillet is? I'm excited. Oh, now that's gorgeous. I'm done cooking the fish. Whoa, that's gonna be so tasty. That is so good. Oh, I can taste the heat too. The heat doesn't come in until later. Down to the very last bite, it has been absolutely wonderful. And the more I eat, the hotter it gets. My mouth's on fire, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. I've got dinner cleaned up, and I'm gonna just go fish for fun. He almost got away. Oh, he did get away. Jake spin lure worked like a dream. They're lively and feisty fish. Oh, that's a chunky one. It's gonna be my last cast. Been really good fishing after dinner. I think I've caught about 8 brookies on a jig spinalure. Great day hiking, beautiful scenery, great place to call home for the night. Well, until tomorrow then. Good morning, it's the beginning of the 7th day, and I'm going to be getting some more 4K scenery just like this. I'm going up over a pass, so I'm on my way. That's the pass that I'm going over. Life on the pass. Hiking up a pass with 60 pounds on your back, you know you're alive. That was so much fun doing that. I've done a number of passes in my life. That one was one of the most well constructed. An interesting tree right here. Well, I had a tree that went up and it broke off, you can see. And this one just comes out of the side of the trunk and it's living. Unbelievable. That looks like a bear to me. Lots of hair in it. Gosh, that's a monster. Look how fat that is. It's brook trout, 15 inches long, 1.88 pounds. Breakfast and probably dinner tomorrow night. That is a beauty. That is what you call a football-shaped brook trout. Good morning. Bluebird day sky. My plan is to cook my fish and eat it for breakfast. The dredge I'm going to use is the Panko and the Zatarain's blackened seasoning. Look how chunky that piece is. And look how white the meat is. So that's just one side of the fish cut into 3 pieces. So I have the other side of the fish tonight. Okay, I gotta come clean. 3 pieces wasn't enough. I'm hungry this morning for some reason. I'm not usually this hungry for breakfast. This is Old Bay seasoning. I don't know if you've ever seen that in the store in the spice section. I've seen it all the time, but I've never bought it. This is my first try of it. It reminds me of Zatarans. Kind of a different flavor than Zatarans, though. So the last piece I did, the Zatarans New Orleans style fish fry. That's very tasty. It's pretty too. That's so good. I am so excited to fish all the way around this lake today. If yesterday and that size of brook trout that I caught is any indication what's in this lake, I'm in for a great day. Fished all the way around the lake. I mean, I fished for 10 hours and I finally caught this. The only bite I've had. That's got to be a couple pounder. From the time I cleaned up from eating fish this morning, I fished. I used jake spin lure, power bait, salmon eggs, and then I used a HD trout lure. All my Panther Martins. I even used a grub. Actually, I fished all the way around, plus I went a quarter more just to try to get something. And the sun was about ready to go down, so I went and got my dinner because I hadn't caught anything. And I came back, cast it out. I think I went 1, 2, 3 casts, and then it struck that fish that I just caught. That's the way fishing goes. It's not always catching. So with that said, I'm gonna say goodnight. I've decided to bushwhack to a new place. Even though I only caught 2 2-pound brook trout in this lake, I'm going to call the fishing here excellent because of the hundreds of lakes that I've fished in these mountains. These are 2 of the very biggest fish that I've ever caught. I have currycombed this whole area looking for a place to pitch my tent, and the best place is in a meadow right here. And every place that I have found a good place for my tent, there's a dead tree that could come down on me. I do a lot of nights out in the wilderness, and I increase the risk of a tree falling on me every night that I stay out here. Today's backpacking hike is 3.3 miles, elevation gain of 675 feet. I'm camping at 11,000 feet. Pretty one. This is a lot of fun. Nice 15-incher. Maybe 16. Oh, probably about a 14-incher. Looks like a male brookie to me. And this is one incredible high mountain lake. I caught 13 brookies and the largest was 16 inches. I kept 3, filleted them, and I'm gonna have them for breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get stuffed, and I feel like it because I was starving today. Well, that's gonna be it for today. Good night. So what I've done, I put in a baggie the fish fillets. I have 11.3 ounces of fish. Mostly olive oil. This has been used already 3 times. First fish to go in is going to be Old Bay seasoning. Look how dark that is. That Old Bay seasoning's got to be a blackening. Old Bay seasoning definitely has a distinct flavor. Next is the Zatarain's blackening straight. Oh, look how that's dark blackened. It's just sucked it up. Wow, look how blackened. Zatarain's is guaranteed tasty. My minute breakfast appetite has returned, so I'm going to save these for later. I'm not going to be doing any keeping of fish because I got plenty of fish for lunch. So I'm going to make this into a barbless lure. So I'm just smashing down the barbs so I can release these fish real easy. Very nice. They're aggressive. Got this one on the HD Trout lure, brown trout. Just a small one. That's the HD brown trout. It's a hard one to hold on to, so. Little sprinkle. And off he goes. Excellent day of fishing again. Caught 9 fish, all brook trout. Caught them on various things. Caught one on a grub. That's the first time I've ever caught a fish on a grub. I just get in the tent and relax because it's gonna storm. I made it in the tent just in the nick of time. It stopped raining, and so I quickly got out of the tent and it looked like it was gonna rain again. I cooked my fish and ate them. I didn't film it. And I've got everything prepared for this evening and I'm ready to retire because I'm tired. I'm on my way to a new wilderness lake to set up camp and fish. I'm bushwhacking down to the trail about 1.5 miles. It's been raining on and off for the last 12 hours and it looks like a big storm's coming. So I had to pack up quick. Didn't get any breakfast. I keep a trash compactor bag in my pack and I put all my clothes and sleeping bag, anything I want dry, in there. This lake is where I'm staying the night. Oh yeah, this is gonna be camp. It was 5.8 miles from my campsite to this camp. And it was a 675-foot elevation gain. On a panther martin brown trout. Gonna go up and get my dinner right now. I'm hungry and I'm tired. To start off tonight's dining, I made some True Lemon lemonade. So tonight's dredge is the Louisiana Cajun fish fry, and I have some fish from the other lake and I'm gonna cook as well. I'm gonna be cooking the fish tonight in the campfire. This is ghee and it will make the fish really tasty. So I've brought 4 pieces of aluminum foil so that the fish don't burn. 4th and final piece. Going to be having Idahoan Golden Select. These are ones you just add water, you don't have to add milk. And one of these packages is exactly 1 cup. Half of a cup back in the package. And I'll put these in a baggie for another time. Water to a boil, and then just add the mashed. At first they look like they're going to be too runny. You just let them hydrate and they will thicken right up. Ready to put the fish on the campfire. Perfect consistency. And to make these extra good, I put some ghee in there, some salt in them, and I like a little pepper. It's been about 5 minutes on that side. Time to turn it over. The fish is done. Spicy cornmeal, yum. With that ghee, wow. Mashed potatoes, way buttery, cleanse the palate, and we'll start over. It's got a little smoky flavor. I have to say, campfire fish is really good. This day approaches the end. The backpacking hike today was really nice in the sense that it was really cool because it was so overcast. It just looked like it was going to just downpour, but it just never did. The fishing, it just led to a catch and campfire cook, which was really nice. And it was nice to have a campfire. It was the first one I had. That's it. Good night. Good morning. It's the beginning of the 12th day. I have to go over a pass today, and the weather forecast is not in my favor. Just stopped for a quick break, but that's what I'm racing against. A little further up, looks like pretty nice weather behind it. What I might do is just go to a tree line and just wait it out till that passes over and this other weather reaches me. You might be wondering, why don't you just stay at the lake you were at and wait the storm out? Weather's supposed to be worse tomorrow than it is today. My survival out here for the 24 days depends on a resupply that's about 14 miles away. I've got to get partial way to the resupply while the weather's good. I'm at tree line and I'm hearing thunder now. So I am not leaving this area right here. First glimpse of the pass that I'm going over. Weather right over it right now is just fine. It's what's coming towards us that has me a little nervous. See, the weather is good out there, but let me show you right above me. Got another half hour and this will be completely over me. Made it to the top of the pass, yes, without weather incident. Now I gotta quickly get down. There's a hawk right there. It's been screeching as I've been walking down the trail. First glimpse of my home for this evening. That looks like bear scat. A little hair in there. tent right here. A 6.5 mile hike and a 1,200 foot elevation gain. Beautiful lake, isn't it? Probably plenty of fish in here. I didn't go fishing today. I was just too tired, so I rested. I'm gonna turn in. Good night. Me and my little friend here are having breakfast together. I got him a pecan. I am ready to go. I'm going to be going off trail for 3/4 of a mile, and then I'll be joining in with the regular trail. There's a deer right through there. Resupply is complete, yes, and I feel it, I'm heavy. So on with my solo adventure. Looking good. Great place for my tent right over there. Place to cook. I'm trying a meal from Peak Refuel that I've never had before. Chicken coconut curry. I can smell the coconut. Hey, wait, 10 minutes. And there's what it looks like, final product. Let's see how this tastes. It's pretty good. That will do it for today. Good night. Good morning. Day number 14. Today I'm just going to get my breakfast here, and I'm going to go down to this river here, and I'm going to do some fishing and hopefully do some catching. Very colorful. Tiny, cute, but wow, what a beauty. On a worm. Beautiful. So bricky. Beautiful cutthroat trout. Great coloring on the sides. I think this is probably the biggest thing I'm going to get out of here. This is a beautiful cutthroat trout. Took a worm. Have that for dinner. Okay, I'm back from fishing. Very fast river fishing and catching. I probably caught 20 trout, brook trout and cutthroat trout. Largest was 10 inches, and I kept 2 of them. I filleted them, and I'm going to eat them. With the resupply came some new dredges. This is panko Japanese style with coconut. Half of them are going in that dredge, and then the other half are going in fried pork rind panko crumbs. Pork rind ones are done. All the trout that I kept were cutthroats. Definitely different than what I'm used to. Used to the spicy. Really like that. Tasty. So now the panko Japanese style with coconut. The Japanese style with coconut, they're done. Man, taste that coconut, a little bit of sweetness. Very good. Great crunchy texture. Mmm. What a wonderful meal, right down to the last bite. Well, that'll take care of today. Good night. Good morning, the beginning of the 15th day. Gonna be moving camp. That to me looks like a wolf. Might be mistaken, but I think that is. Okay, nice place for a campfire. Tent can go over there. The lake's over here for water. This is it. From camp this morning to this lake, 3.5 miles, and the elevation gain was 1,050. For 25 years, I've wanted to get to this lake. This lake's at about 10,800 feet above sea level. Supposed to have brook trout in it. I've seen some fish jumping in it. I'll fish in it tomorrow. But that's it for today. The Jake Spinalure. And I'm really excited to go fish this lake. Little brookie, cute one on the Jake Spinalure. Yeah, a little bigger one. Nice male brookie. Beautiful blue halos. Red dots. Wow. Beauty. Back from fishing. Very, very fast fishing. It seemed like I was catching a fish every cast. Pretty much did. 20 to 25 fish. They were all brook trout. Largest one was about 11.5 inches. On the males, they had beautiful blue halos with these little red dots in the center. I kept 3 for my dining pleasure. Those are little clam shells. Had 3 of them in its belly. Gonna cook the fish in avocado oil. First in is the Kentucky Colonel seasoned fish fry. I have Louisiana beer batter. I don't have any beer, but I'm just going to use it as a dredge. The Louisiana beer batter is done. Now we're going to go in with plain panko. And while that's cooking, we'll test these two that I've already cooked. I started with the Kentucky Colonel seasoned fish fry. It's very good. It's the last bite of it. I love having the variety. This is the Louisiana beer batter without the beer. I can taste the barley in it. Like I said, it's good to have variety. Straight panko is ready to come out. There it is. That looks good. It's plain. It needs some kind of spice in it. But it's, you know, it's acceptable. Now what's going in is the Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning. This is going to be interesting. Different color, everything. Well, it smells different too. Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning. There it is. It needs to be mixed with some other thing like panko. It's way too salty to eat. I tasted it and whoa, gotta throw this one away. It's uneatable. Next is the Badia Mojo Rub Citrus Blend. The Badia Mojo Rub Citrus Blend. There goes the lemon. Plain? No. It needs to go in some panko or something. Final dredge, Zatarain's Blackened Seasoning Plain. The Zatarain's Blackening Seasoning is finished. And they call that blackening for that very reason. Look how black that is. Wow. I really like this flavor on this. I do think it would taste better in some panko. But it's good just the way it is. I think my very favorite two would be the Louisiana beer batter and the Kentucky Colonel seasoned fish fry. Well, that's the end of those three trout. This lake behind me, that's the one I was fishing this morning. I've got some time, so I'm going to hike up to another lake about a mile, and I'm on my way. There's a moose right there. And there's the lake. Nice healthy one. Beautiful brook. Gorgeous male, fat, beauty. I'll take this one back and have it for dinner. Looks like a rainstorm's coming. Better get back to camp. Back from fishing and not a moment too soon. Well, anyway, that other lake was incredible. 12 to 14 inch brook trout. Caught 25 of them. Fast fishing. All on the Jake Spinner lure. I kept 2. Hopefully I'll be able to cook tonight. It might be raining, so I might have to have them for breakfast. And that's okay too. Weather went that direction, so I'm gonna eat my trout tonight. So I've taken the plain panko and I've added the Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning to it. And try that. That is done. So this is panko and Cavender's. Well, that Greek seasoning is 10 times better added into the panko. I've mixed fried pork rinds, panko crumbs, and Zatarain's blackening seasoning. They're ready to come out. There they are. They look delicious. It's okay. Tasty. Final piece of fried fish. I did this in the Kentucky seasoning fish fry, and it's really good. Wow. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? What a stellar day. Caught probably 50 fish.
And I've eaten 5 fish. I feel nice and full with real good protein. Well, that'll wrap it up for today. Good night.